Hey guys, how y'all doing? This is Joshua Crawford coming back to you live to talk to you about Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Now, I just want to say that the film was fantastic. J.J. Abrams did George Lucas proud on this one because I had my high hopes on this one because ever since George Lucas sold his rights to Star Wars and Lucasfilm, I felt like Disney might not keep up to the way George Lucas has, but my intentions was wrong. I mean, they really honored George Lucas' saga by keeping it real, by keeping it what we wanted to be since the year it got started, and now this is no words to describe. I mean, the film was fantastic. The cast, I'm glad the original cast came back to get Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford. I mean, it wouldn't be Star Wars without them. And I'm glad they came back, and their part in this really made the film more impactful than ever before. And the new cast members, great job, guys. This was really great. You guys did a fantastic job. You really did my heart well with this film. Now, I want to talk to you bit about the film, but if you haven't seen the film, my advice to you right now, click off the link and so that way I won't spoil it for you. So if you haven't seen the movie, please click off the link right now. Okay, that's enough. Now, most of you thought that Han Solo and Princess Leia had a child. Well, we all thought it might have been Rey. Well, for me, I didn't think it was Rey, but it wasn't. She is indeed the daughter of Luke Skywalker. Shocking, isn't it? Especially when in the middle of the movie you find out that she found Luke Skywalker's lightsaber in the chest. And the alien told her that she had the same force like her father, Luke Skywalker. And that vision right there made her see how the whole thing got started in the beginning, how she got isolated and what was going on and what led her to this path. Very shocking seeing glimpses of her father with R2 and seeing Kylo Ren destroying and the destructions that was going on and what was going on with the Force and the Dark Force. Very sad and very mind blowing in the cinematic feel. So it was very impactful in that moment, making her believe that she is indeed the daughter of Luke Skywalker and why she will be the one to find him. And pretty much why R2 came back alive after being on sleep mode for all these years. I mean, all the characters couldn't bring him, but when she entered, he was restored. But that was like during the ending of it. But here's another spoiler. Kylo Ren is indeed Ben Solo, the son of Han Solo and Princess Leia, which makes a lot of sense. And this is why. Because after Episode 6, The Return of the Jedi, Han Solo and Princess Leia got married and they gave birth to a child, Ben Solo, before he was Kylo Ren. And they were raising him, training him to be a warrior. And with the same bloodline like Anakin Skywalker, Princess Leia wanted him to be a Jedi. Well, I don't know if that's kind of accurate or not, or maybe Han Solo has something to do with it by him being into becoming a great fighter jet and a fighter like his father. So they sent him off to be trained by Luke Skywalker, which around the time he was probably in his early 30s, and he was training his nephew into becoming a great Jedi, just like he was. But unfortunately, Ben Solo's path was the same path he went down, just like his grandfather, Anakin Skywalker. Just like in Episode 3, The Revenge of the Sith, he got consumed by the dark side and just went on that side and pushed his family aside. And he just left them. And that right there made Luke Skywalker very upset because all the destruction that Ben Solo was doing was no different than what his father, Anakin Skywalker, before he became Darth Vader, what he did. So that right there was enough for Luke Skywalker to say to himself, I'm going to create another Dark Force Jedi if I continue on with this path. So he just disappeared, doing that just to protect his family and whatever friends that he had left. He just had to disappear. He felt like, I'm creating more chaos, just like the Skywalker bloodline, so I have to cut it off. So he just disappeared. And the thing was, Rey was his daughter, so he had to abandon his daughters just to protect her. Not just to abandon her, just to protect her. That's why he left her on that planet Jakar. And That right there was the beginning of the path. And a few years later, here comes Rey. She's grown up now. She's collecting stuff just to make money's worth so she can survive on her own. She knows a little mixed martial arts. She can fight. Well, she was quick with a gun when Han Solo and them met when they got repossessed their ship, which was stolen from them long ago. And now they reunited once they're Han Solo and Jabari Chewbacca got along and they got their show ship back, and that's how the friendship grew. Now, let's talk about Finn. Finn was one of the members of the dark side forces. Now, he didn't, as you saw in the beginning, didn't want to kill people. He just got recruited and he didn't want to fight. He just couldn't. And we felt his emotion into it. And also, Kylo Ren saw that too. He felt like he wasn't worthy of being a member of his troops. So he knew he would betray them soon, but he didn't know it would be that soon. Especially when he freed one of the pilots to escape, so that way they can get a map, so they can find Luke Skywalker. So the whole plot of this whole thing was just to find Luke Skywalker and to kill the bloodline, so that way no force can interfere with the Dark Force. Same thing with Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith. They Anakin Skywalker wanted to kill Obi-Wan, his master, the one who trained him so he won't get in his way. So Star Wars Episode 7 was a combination to me of Star Wars Episode 3 and Star Wars Episode 6 all together, trying to control the Dark Force, whether to return somebody from it or keep someone from becoming it. That what it felt in this Star Wars Episode 7 film. It was just all in there. And another thing that was very emotional was, this got me too, the death of Han Solo. I can't believe Kylo Ren, his own son, killed his own father after he tried to get him back. I know Chewbacca had it hardest of all than the fans itself, and probably the whole movie itself, because that was his buddy from the whole beginning, from Star Wars Episode 4. I mean, if you lose a friend just like that, especially if you're not even human, that's still heartbreaking. It was a total shocker. But I knew it was coming the minute he walked up to his son trying to bring him back from the dark side, because I knew it wouldn't end well. And that chemistry right there reminded me of a film, Michael Myers, Halloween, where Doctor what's this guy's name? Forgive me if I get this wrong, but the doctor who tried to treat Michael Myers tried to get him from becoming evil. And Michael Myers listened for a minute, and he was trying to decide whether he wanted to be good again or stay evil. It was just so much going on that he felt like he was going to turn back, but automatically he snaps back being evil and he kills people. That's why I felt with this scene when Han Solo was trying to get Kylo Ren to be going back to Ben Solo, and the way he killed him. It was just so heartbreaking. And the audience, they were all in tears when I was watching it. They just couldn't believe that Harrison Ford's character Han Solo is no longer part of the Star Wars universe. He's gone. And Princess Leia felt it, even though she didn't see it happen. She felt it, and that's how she was definitely in the bloodline of Anakin Skywalker, the daughter of Anakin Skywalker, which was very strong because the Force is within you, so you feel the Force. So she felt it from her son when he killed his dad. So it was very heartbreaking and very emotional too. So it was, yeah, and I gotta leave a minute right there. But that's one thing that really broke my heart about that film. The Han Solo was one of my favorite characters. Now that he's gone, it's gonna be hard for me to see Episode 8 now. It's gonna be very difficult. But getting to that, back to Episode 7, Rey developed a relationship with Finn, who was actually a traitor of the dark side. Now he's working with Resistance. But at first he was trying to play it cool, like he was with Resistance Fire, but he was mostly a coward. But I kind of like that. But the thing I liked about him was he started out as being a coward, then he became strong. Especially when Han Solo was killed after he developed a friendship with him, and he finally felt rage when Rey was hurt, and that what made him brave and the face off against Kylo Ren. That lightsaber fight between Finn and Kylo Ren was great. It felt like he was going to be a Jedi. That's why I hoped him to be in Star Wars Episode 8. He'd be a Jedi, trained to be a Jedi, and I knew Rey would be a Jedi because, like I said, she's the daughter of Luke Skywalker, so she's definitely going to be the next Jedi. So those two, I hope they're going to build a relationship together and they become Jedi Knights. That's why I'm hoping for in the next Episode 8. But the most impactful scene of all of that, is when Rey meets Luke Skywalker for the first time at the end of the movie. He finally found the map to lead to him. After R2 was revived, they showcased the map and they were able to find Luke Skywalker. And the emotion between Rey and Luke was just mind blowing. Not even no words were said. No words were said. They were just staring at each other. And he felt Luke like his heart was pouring out for his daughter because he knew it was his daughter. Because, like I said, he left her when she was very young, so she had no memory of her father. And that scene right there was just so impactful. And that right there is the best way to end a Star Wars film. That right there is the best way to end it. And I'm glad they did it very well. I hope that you guys enjoyed this review. If you think I left out I know I left out a lot of stuff, but I feel I want to talk to you here from your point of view, what you thought about the movie and all of those who already seen it. This right here is something I want to talk more. Maybe there's some more stuff I want to learn about Star Wars and something else that you guys can tell me about, especially those die-hard fans. Even though I'm a die-hard fan, I feel like there's some people out there who've been studying this longer than I have, and they have some more info and something to talk to me about. So subscribe below and tell me what you thought about the film, because I know it was so great. It was so hard to keep up with everything, but the relationship between Rey and Luke Skywalker got me the most of all the whole film. Because even though the whole film was about finding Luke Skywalker, Rey's finding her father was the most impactful scene of all. It was just really great. It was just really. So if you have anything to say to me, please subscribe below. Tweet me, Facebook me, Instagram me. Tell me what you thought about it, because I have so much more to give to this film, and I believe the fans like you will help me get to that point. So let me know what you think. Take care.